Hi, Taylor. How are
How you
you?
doing?
How you
I'm good.
feeling?
I'm feeling quite well.
Welcome to the studio. Super excited that you're here.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for
Of
having me. This is dope.
course. Tell me all the things. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling hyped. I'm
Hype.
feeling excited just to talk about music and talk
hmm
about life and meet you. So feeling pretty blessed.
I love that you use the term or word hype. Why
Yeah.
hype?
I think that's my that's who I am. I'm a hype woman.
Are
I
you?
hype people up. I like to hype myself up. I would listen to Beyonce on the way here. I'm hyped. She hypes me up.
It's funny how people can hear a song and will just get hype off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's interesting what music can do to you.
I talk to so many people about this. I was just talking to my friend about this.
Mm-hmm.
How music is like a mood altering drug. Like it's just completely can change your mood instantly.
Mm-hmm.
You can go from feeling super sad, listen to Beyonce, then you're hype, then you're happy, then you feel like a goddess, or you could go listen to some Sam Smith and you're crying. So
Yeah.
it's the influctuation of music is so powerful. It's
And you know what's interesting is how you and I can hear a song and you can interpret it one way and I can interpret it another way. I
yeah.
think that's really interesting about music too.
That's the coolest part is that everyone's story is so personal. Like the
Mhm.
music in this story is so different depending on the person listening to it. I could write a song about this, but someone can perceive it as whatever message that is necessary for them in that moment.
Yeah.
That's what's so cool.
Isn't
Is
that
like
crazy? When you
lyrics
think
speak
about
to
it?
you when you need it. That's what's dope.
When you think about a journey that a song makes, isn't that crazy?
I know.
Like you writing a song and then recording a song and then hearing a song on said radio and then like people hearing it. Like how it originated. I don't know, how do songs originate for you?
For me, a lot of it is journal entries.
Is it really?
Like I'll just be brain dumping. That's how most songs start. I think that's the most honest way for me to create is I'm not thinking about like, oh, what's a clever song idea? It's like,
Mhm.
oh crap, this is like a really intense emotion that I felt and I wrote it down just vomiting on the page. That's really what it starts with. So I go into the studio and I like look through my dozens and dozens of pages in my journal and I create music off of that. And it's the most honest stuff I've ever created, especially this music, because I feel like now I'm just being incredibly vulnerable for the first time, even to myself,
Mhm.
and I think, yeah, that's what music is. It's just honesty.
What made you start being vulnerable to yourself? Like, because I feel like the one
Mhm.
person that you should be able to be vulnerable with is yourself.
Yeah.
So I guess what was holding you back?
I think I was always vulnerable through music and writing it in my own bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think sharing it and being honest in a studio with other people, I think was kind of difficult because I have a lot of walls up, and I sometimes am like super hyped to like cover the pain
Mhm.
sometimes, and so
The
music
mask.
is a mask, yeah. And I think that's what I've been working on is just shedding the layers, peeling the onion, and revealing like, damn, well, like shoot, like it was really a
You can
hard.
say damn.
I can. Okay.
Damn. Just
Shit.
let's keep it at that.
Okay, damn.
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 Yeah.
Damn. Thank you. Oh, I needed to say that. Okay, great. Damn. But I really needed to just open up, just let it all out. And I think this is exactly how I felt in sonic form was this music because I was going through a rough time.
So my question is, what made you have the walls up then?
I think it was to protect other people. I feel like I was always serving and helping other people. That was like my whole life. I always wanted to build people up and be there for them. And I feel like I was everyone's therapist kind of. So if the therapist is,
that, yeah.
if the therapist is falling apart, who's going to save the day? Who's going to be there for you? And I was everyone's backbone. So if me, the backbone breaks, they have no one to lean on. So sometimes felt like the pressure of like keeping it together always, all the time.
Do you feel like that was the case, or were you a people person, a people pleaser?
I was also that too. It was
Ooh.
like the double, the bad double duo. It's not good.
So how do you get rid of that? How do you?
I think it's also going away. I think that's how I got rid of it was taking a break, taking a step back, and just sitting with yourself and not even trying to have any external validation
Mm-hmm.
or external conversation that's intervening with like your own process of you just grieving or through a breakup or anything that's happening. I think just sitting with yourself, sitting with the feeling and not invalidating it or trying to be like, I'm going to be happy to, make everyone else happy.
Which is hard.
Which is hard. It's so hard. And I think that's why I just wrote so much in my journal, because I had no one else to talk to. Like, I couldn't say this honesty because I didn't want it to be like a burden on people. I feel like sometimes when you like trauma dump, it feels kind of like a burden.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just going to trauma dump into my music. I'm just going to make my music the dumping.
I don't know if you're like me, because I'm the person that's no one wants two things. Number one, I feel like no one cares. No one wants to hear what am I dumping on them.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and number
I feel that.
two, I don't feel like retelling the story, because in my head, this is crazy. I've told the story 1,000,000,001 times,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not trying to tell the story again. So I think that's why sometimes I feel like I will keep everything in as opposed to tell somebody about it.
Yeah, I feel you. That makes so much sense.
But journaling does seem like the perfect opportunity to get all of those thoughts out. So whenever you feel an emotion, do you automatically jump to the journal? Today was a good day because blank.
It's so funny. Usually when it's good, I don't journal as much. It's like really when I'm trying to work.
You have to.
I know, which I'm working on.
Right, because you need to remember those good memories.
Yeah. Well, before this, I wrote in my journal, I was like, this day is such a magical moment for me in my life and in my career and in my human story, because I'm going to be like at Kiss FM. Like, what is life? Like, I wish I could tell my youngest self this is going to happen. And like, they would be so proud of me. Because I used to listen to 102.7 since I was a kid. I would fly to LA, and I would, whenever we would go to the rental car place, get the first rental car, I would be like, I'm turning on 102.7 Kiss FM.
That's interesting that you knew that. Where are you from?
I'm from Connecticut.
You are?
Yes.
What part?
I'm from Darien. I'm like literally 30 minutes from Manhattan. So I'm right on the border of Connecticut and New York. And so Z100 was my stuff.
Your stuff. Your
Sorry.
stuff. Your stuff.
Right.
Your stuff. Your stuff.
Yeah, Z100 was my stuff.
Uh-huh. So I'm sure, well, it's going to air on Z100 this weekend, but I digress.
I'm geeking. That's so cool.
I digress. Yes, this Sunday.
Yeah.
So as a little girl, you're looking back at all of the things that you wanted to do as a child. What are some of the things that I guess came into fruition so far?
Well, being here is a big one. This is like a dream to be able to be on the radio and hear my song. I've never heard my song on the radio. So this is a big moment. You're doing that. And I just can't thank you enough for this moment. This is so dope. Another one is releasing my music and creating the narrative of my own music. Like this is my first song off my EP, and this feels like my debut. Like this is me in entirety. Like this was my blood, sweat, tears, emotions, therapy sessions into this sonic form. And so this first song is just like the surface level. It's gonna get real deep real quick because I love being deep, but I also love having fun and being hype. So it's like,
when's your birthday?
I'm March 30th.
Oh, okay.
I'm an Aries.
So.
I'm an Aries. You don't like him?
No.
Rude.
Hater. Didn't you tell me my singing was bad earlier?
No. It was just like, just a little bit of help. I was just,
No,
I thought you were joking.
Aries are cool. I hate Leos. But right quick.
What are you? What are you?
I'm a Pisces.
Oh, I like Pisces.
So I'm
okay,
right
cool.
after you.
I love Pisces.
Yeah,
flowy.
Flowy. We just go with the flow. We're water. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? We vibe and we flowing. Do me a favor and tell me about Day Like This.
Days Like This. That song. Yeah, so that one's about embracing your independence and just wishing you were single. For me, I wrote it because I was in a really toxic relationship, and I think I was blind.
My favorite.
Oh, you know. And so I feel like I was blind for a long time, and then I was journaling, and I reread those pages, and I was like, whoa, like why am I in this? I would actually be happier if I was single. And that's like a point that you realize you're just questioning life and like, what am I doing? And then also the scariness of like, I have to break up with this person. That's terrifying. And all my friends were single, and I was like, you guys are out living your life. I'm so jealous. I wish I was single. And I wrote this song literally based off of the paragraphs in my notebook of like, I say that I got tough skin, but I don't. I say that I'm unbothered by your jokes, but I'm feeling stupid because you're a know-it-all. And so it was very conversational because it was all just me talking to my journal in a sense.
How did you come to the realization that this is a toxic relationship that I probably should not be in?
I think it felt It felt toxic when I realized I wasn't myself.
Mm.
I was losing the parts of myself that I loved, and I was altering to like people please my partner at the time. And I just looked in the mirror and couldn't recognize the person I was becoming. And I think that was the scariest. That was the scariest point. I was like, no, I got to get out of this because I just waking up next to him feels horrible. I'm like, I'd rather wake up to clean laundry.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah. I'm the type of person too that will do laundry and keep it on the
I
bed for
know.
the next 2 weeks.
and
I won't
I'm the same way.
I won't fold it up because it's cool. I'm here by myself. I'm doing my thing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I absolutely understand.
You get it. Yeah. And so I was like, I'd rather just be single. And now being single feels great. It's amazing. So
Are you having your hot girl summer?
single,
Well, towards
single
you.
girl summer,
Yeah.
baby. Single girl fall.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
How is it being a TikTok ambassador?
It's great. I love TikTok. It's such a fun platform to just be authentic and yourself and human. And I feel like you could just show all the parts of yourself you're scared to show on other platforms. So it's fun to.
You think so? Because I feel like
Yeah.
TikTok's vicious.
Is it?
In my head, only reason why is because I feel like people will say things to you that they would never say to you in a million years to your face. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh,
So
no.
that's interesting that you would look at it like that. Like you can be yourself on it
Mhm.
or be a certain type of way on it.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
you
that's
can't be
cool.
on other platforms.
Yeah. I feel like I can just dump stuff on TikTok and it's like easy. Instead of Instagram feed is like curated. It's very like
True.
perfectionism driven. Or TikTok, I feel like, because you have funny filters. You can just like capture a funny moment. Like I posted like my like just me and my brothers fooling around. Like I can just showcase just you instead of it being a performance or performative. I think that's what I'm shifting even in my content that I post is just showing more of me.
How
You know?
important is it as an artist to use that?
I think it's super important. I
Mhm.
think it's really important now in this day and age, like to use social media to, promote yourself because we're all marketers now. I think back in the day it was like you can just be a creative, but now it's the balance of the both. I think it's hard. I think it's difficult to put on that cap of being a marketer and like promoting your music. But I think just the more authentic you are, the more vulnerable you are, the more honest you are, instead of trying to like play the algorithm, just play your game.
Mm.
Just play your game. Play it the way you would do it. Create content the way you would do it. Like your shirt says trying new paths. I don't know. I just
It
like
does?
It does. I love that. And I think just try your path.
Yeah,
Like try
exactly.
your path. Don't try to alter yourself to fit in the algorithm because then you're being people pleasing. Like we're saying. You know? You don't want to do that. So
No.
just create your own algorithm, man. Just be you.
Be you and do you, boo.
Yes.
Right quick, tell me, what are you working on next?
What am I working on next? Well, I have an EP
Okay.
that is done, and I'm so hyped to share it with the world.
Mhm.
So me and my 5 like best friends, we created this and just been locked in the studio for the past 2 years. My executive producer, Dion Gill, we just started as therapy sessions. For the first couple months, it was just therapy, just crying and going through and talking about everything that just like kind of happened in my life. And I wrote the most vulnerable stuff I've ever written, and I'm just excited to share my story and share my truth about kind of everything that's been going on, and more is to come. So
Ooh. And you're like really excited about getting out there and sharing your truth
I
and letting
am.
everybody know your story.
it's scary. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
well,
It's
that's what
terrifying.
I was
I'm
getting to that. How
freaking
are you not
scared.
scary? How are you not scared? And how are you just saying this like so?
I feel like I'm
Blasé.
excited, but I'm scared. But I try to tell myself I'm excited. I
What
try
are
to
you most-
gaslight myself a little.
What are you most scared of?
I think once you put a song out, it's not yours anymore. It's the world's in
Mhm.
a sense. So what's cool is once you put a song out, it can help so many people, and that's the goal. Like I just want my music to like transcend like globally and hopefully help the ears that are meant to hear it.
Right.
Like that's the goal, is to just heal through art and make people feel seen. Like, people have also been through the same things. To be like, I feel you, I see you. You just read my story through your lyrics. And I'm like, oh, that means a lot. But also it's like eek, that's like a real thing. Like this is all real. Like this isn't a fabricated situation that went on. Like there's it's real. Every word is honest. Every scenario is honest. Everyone knows it in my family and friends. Like I'm telling the truth in every word. So it's kind of scary.
Taylor, I would be scared as hell, but you know what? You are putting yourself out there to,
Yeah.
you know, tell your story.
Tell my story.
And no one can be mad at that because this is your story.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Listen, I got your back.
Thanks.
Even though you're an Aries, I got you.
Oh, come on.
Taylor, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you. This is like a blast. This is a dream.
I got your back.